Hey, Joe the Weed Guy here, Joe LaChance. I'm here at the Burn and Learn CT Stock 2024, and we're talking to people about the power of the plant. I'm here with Michael Goodenough, and he is the proprietor, the president, the owner, the co-founder, the founder of Sweet Heal, one of the first and the top CBD and hemp companies in the state of Connecticut. And Mike, it's a privilege to be sitting here talking to you.
Good to be here with you, brother. Yeah.
So we're just doing quick interviews here. First question, when did you start using cannabis?
At a very young age. So for me, I was on Ritalin and Thorazine and a number of really nasty drugs as a kid. And so cannabis became my outlet to not having to be dependent or be droned out by what those ADHD drugs actually did.
Right.
So I started smoking at an extremely young age, so around the age of 13.
13. Good, me too.
Yep. Maybe it was a year earlier than that.
So,
I don't know, I lost that now.
Did it help you get off?
Of course, and literally I lost years. People will tell me stories of something that happened during those years, and I won't even remember them because of those medications that I was on. And so it not only helped me to get off of them, it helped me to actually be functional in life.
Right. See, that's the thing. Helped you get off the medication, but also helped with whatever they were prescribing it for. They diagnosed as ADHD.
Absolutely.
So in that way, how has the plant affected or benefited your life? Obviously, you decided to make it your life's work. So
yeah, I think
throughout your life, how has it?
It's also, it breaks down my inhibitions, right? My normal blockers in life. So in school, English was my worst study. Later in life, I ended up writing a book for IBM. And so I never would have been able to do that unless I had cannabis.
That's right.
And I normally would have been so paralyzed, like I was in school the entire time, to ever even take on that handicap in my own terms, right? So, but it's not just that, it's in business. It's allowed me to not be afraid of what all those things are that normally drowned out my brain, and the worries and the woes and the what ifs, and it allows me to stay focused on the exact mission and deal with small things on the side. So it keeps me hyper focused.
Right. Kind of helps your brain function and
100%.
organize itself.
100%.
That's what homeostasis
100%.
is, right?
Yep.
So, and now obviously you had a previous career to what you're doing right now with your farm, but you have a farm now up in Eastford. You are producing hemp products, CBD products. So you've made it your life work. That's how much the plant has actually affected your life. You've wanted to spread it out to other people.
I think learning was a tough thing for me in school. The reality is the amount of knowledge to be had around this plant, the diversity of its use within the total vertical, meaning clothing to textile side, to rope, to paper, to something
fuel,
we consume, to fuel. I mean, it's endless. The number of molecules in this plant are an endless number of molecules, that we still have so many years worth of discovery around. Its use within society is just really being allowed back in. So I'm excited by all of the opportunity that exists within it and the learning that can be done. And I think in part, I learned in my 20s of if I applied myself, how much I could enjoy learning about what it was I was applying myself to. And this man.
So much.
Oh,
so much.
It's fascinating at every turn.
That's the beauty of nature, though.
Yeah, it is. It's the beauty of this plant, too.
Yeah.
Right? Every terpene found in nature is found in one of our genetics.
Yeah.
Every smell found in nature is found in this plant.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Like a pine tree has pinene, a lemon has limonene, lavender plant has that one, whatever that is.
The Newlands and the beta-caryophyllene.
But
yeah,
cannabis has all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
What
I never thought of that. That's very, very, very interesting. So, Mike, to finish up, do you have a funny weed story?
Oh boy, a funny. You asked. Yeah. So I think every story, when you're high, ends up being a good, funny story. I think every experience becomes something that you're not shell-shocked by.
Right.
I think honestly, for those people that can relate to this would probably be the best. The first time I was ever exposed to a pound of weed, the first time I ever saw a giant bag of weed, it was like I was a 5-year-old kid on Christmas, and coupled with that fear that you have of Santa Claus.
Yes.
Yeah, so I still had a fear that was way above and beyond any cannabis I'd ever dealt with before, but I also had that Christmas present feeling of, oh my God, really?
Oh, so what if the cops came through the door?
Right now, whose house is this? Do I know an exit?
Right.
Like so I think anybody who's been exposed to a large quantity of weed, especially in our years where, dime bags were how we bought.
Yeah,
it was a dime bag from the local whoever.
Exactly.
And so, and half of that was seed. So being exposed to that large quantity meant something different than it does today.
Yeah.
You can have a pound of your own weed and it's your own bud. It doesn't insinuate anything anymore.
But back in those days, it was a whole nother
story.
Well, we've come this far, Mike, and we're still here.
I'm glad you are, sir.
Making it happen. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Mike Goodenough from Sweet Heel, sweetheal.com. Sweet Heel CBD on social media?
Social media, yep.
There we go. Thank you, Mike. Always a pleasure talking to you. There we go.